Welcome to day 73 of the 77-day video challenge. Incredible that we have made it this far. I would have thought maybe I would have gotten exhausted, but here we are in the final stretch. Last night I spent a lot of time clearing out some things that I've just accumulated. Because I'm getting ready for this birthday party next weekend. I've got boxes and boxes of things, some things that I've never unpacked in the 18 years that I've had my house. As I was going through a pile of papers last night, I found a lot of greeting cards and letters from the decades of accumulation. Many of these cards and letters were from people I don't even remember. But there was something cathartic about letting go of even well wishes. And perhaps part of the catharsis there was in letting go of people who are no longer a part of my life, even though their time in my life was meaningful and was supportive. It was a positive experience to have those people around, old classmates, people I had been part of in workshops with, past co-workers. But those people are no longer part of my life, and some of them, when I would see their names, I couldn't even place who these people were. I could barely remember where I would have known them from. So I relished that opportunity to purge. I remember, as I was thinking about this purging, that purge, it rhymes with urge and with surge, that we purge things that we may have felt an urge for at one time in our lives, and that these were experiences for which we may have surged at one point. So purge, urge, surge. I was reminded just a few days ago of an experience from about 5 years ago that I wrote about on Facebook, and the memory of it popped up earlier this week. That I had been to a networking event where one is expected to forge relationships, and after I reflected on that experience, where some people clearly appeared to avoid speaking to me, I realized that it's one thing to forge relationships, and that is the purpose of attending an event like that. But sometimes we force relationships, and at best, if circumstances complicate matters, then we forage relationships. Forge, force, forage. After I had read back over that post from about 5 years ago, I realized perhaps we also forget relationships. And this was my experience as I purged some of these letters last night. There were items of correspondence for people I still care about tremendously, but I knew that these were memories that were taking up physical space in my life, and the messages of support and greeting and celebration, of congratulations, in some cases condolence, still linger. I don't need the piece of paper to remind me of the relevance that these people have held in my life and in many cases still do. So sometimes we can purge, sometimes we can force relationships as we forge relationships, and then all too often we find that we have to forage relationships, and they are, in some cases, are better if we can forget some relationships. Thank you for visiting me for day 73 of the 77-day video challenge, and tomorrow we move on to day 74. Thank you.